Alright, what is up, everybody? This is Zach Rise here, back with more of Geneforge 1 Mutagen. Let's go ahead and continue. We are in the Ascended Labs now. You emerge from this tunnel and find an isolated grove, hidden away on the south coast. There is yet another old Shaper ruin, mostly overgrown. There are settlers here, though. You can't see any of the residents, but you do find their guards. A listless crowd of huge creations wanders in circles not far to the east. They haven't seen you yet. You can't be sure how they will react to you. Alright, let's check the levels, make sure we're good. Okay, we should be fine to take them all on. Fear is so good and devastating. I love it. Or essence lenses, I mean, not zero. Essence lances again. Use a cone of ice. You're willing to sacrifice. Okay. Couple buildings. Let's go in here first. This was an exhibition hall where Shapers came to show the results of their research. You know now why this facility is so remote. Some demonstrations have to take place far from civilization in case of explosion or other disaster. Now this hall has been turned into a workshop for survival. You can see him at the far end of the hall, lurching awkwardly among his experiments. He is watched by a single guard, and from the way he moves, you see that he is unwell. There is a survival guard sitting on a crude wooden stool. You can see chainmail through his robe, and he holds a large blade across his lap. He keeps a careful watch on the other survival, who is wandering around the workshop and muttering. When you approach him, the guard notes, "We knew you were coming, Shaper. I am Micah. We don't mean any harm. We only want to live hidden away here." He gives you a little sneer. "We will not submit mindlessly to you, though. That time is past. Are you Inudal?" "I am. That is why I was driven here. Now I have you serving the Ascended. What makes you Inudal?" Micah sighs. "Rage. I got into fights. Too many. I was thrown out of cask before I hurt anyone. But you are all right here." "Oh, my anger passed many years ago. Some survivals are born to fight. We grow up with rage. It fades, but Inudal is Inudal forever." "What are you doing here?" "I need a place to live, and I need a purpose. I watch over Ascended Cecina. He needs it. He does much for Sucia Island, and he is not well. I protect him from anyone who threatens him." His lip twists. "Anyone? What does Cecina do for this island?" "He makes things. He and Lyra are skilled at all crafts. They share their work with sages and alchemists all over the island. They quietly make all survivals here wiser and stronger. Is Cecina unwell?" "He is ascended. He is changed. He has suffered. You should talk to him. He will explain." Micah sits on his stool, blade across his lap. "Yes, Shaper." He still has a tiny insolent sneer on his lips. "I don't like your attitude, Servile." Micah shrugs. "I was raised in Kazg. I am no taker, but I will not grovel and scrape for you either. Do what you must. Now leave me." A hunched over survival walks around this makeshift laboratory, examining mixtures and poking at bowls of slime. His hood and gloves cover all exposed skin. He is entirely absorbed with his work. A single guard watches as you approach him. You hear him mutter, "They come for help. Come for mixtures from Ascended Cecina. Must finish the next order." He still hasn't noticed you. You look at the guard. He shrugs. Cecina continues to not notice you. Eventually, the guard clears his throat. The survival turns toward you. His face is warped. The skin is cracked and waxy. The eyes glow and look in different directions. His hair has fallen out in patches. Something has been done to him. He leans forward and inspects you. A shaper? You are a shaper? What happened to you? What do you... Oh, he gently touches his face with twisted fingers. That is the story. I am a shaper. You are a shaper. At last. We knew you would come back. I am Ascended Cecina. It has been an ordeal. I have a story to tell. If only I could tell it, things could be better. He self-consciously touches his twisted face. Things are so wrong, but first I must see to your safety. Safety? He waves a hand and mutters a few words. His body convulses slightly. The guards outside, they will leave you alone. Other rogues here might not be friendly. Be careful. Now I can talk. I am Ascended Cecina. Interesting, because I just killed those guards anyway. You are Ascended? That was the word we chose. I am not sure if it is right. You will have to hear my story to understand. I'd like to know more about this ruin. There is much to know, but for it to make sense, you have to know why we are here. You mentioned that there are great dangers. There are. These ruins are full of rogues. One of them is a true danger, a mistake, full of raw power. Can you sense it? You kinda can. There's a strange, chaotic energy in the air here. I would like to hear your story. Ascended Cecina nods. His head tilts to the side in an odd, awkward way. Yes, at last, we can confess to a true shaper. This is the story of a bandit of Unudile, not yet ascended. We came together. We didn't want a pointless life, hiding or begging or stealing. We went on a journey. How many of them were you? There were 15 of us, so few remain now. The few that are left are... He holds up a gloved hand. The fingers are twisted. We are broken. How were you declared Inutile? All different reasons. All the standard reasons. I was in Valkyrie. I couldn't focus. Couldn't follow orders. Wanted to be an alchemist, but we had one. They told me I had to be something else, so I left. I should have stayed. Where did you go? All over. We explored most of our miserable prison. The desert, the eastern mines, the northern hills. We went everywhere. Saw so many things. Survived the dangers. But we were aimless. We didn't have a purpose until we found a great guide. And you had many adventures? We did. We scavenged weapons, blades, batons, pods. We hunted rogues. Saved small settlements. Even found treasures. It did no good for us. We needed a purpose. A great guide? Who? It was in the deserts. We met He slaps his palm against his forehead several times. Hard. This is where the story breaks up, Shaper. After we ascended, many thoughts were lost. Will you forgive me? Just tell me what you can. The name was Swanwick. I remember that. Swanwick gave us a purpose, a great quest. Swanwick sent us to the one place we were afraid to explore, the Research Warrens. The Research Warrens? In the northeast corner of the island. That is where the Shapers did all their work. Their secrets and experiments were all still there. We got so much. We learned, we snuck out artifacts. But while we were there, we did something. We were changed. Artifacts? Yes. He gives you a twisted sort of smile. Shaper Masterworks, which we trade for help. You are changed how? He wails, I don't know. His guard looks concerned. He slowly regains control. We had a temptation. We had a way to shape ourselves. We couldn't resist it. I don't remember what it was, but... He throws back his hood, exposing himself fully to the light. You can see that he has been touched by powerful shaping magic, and it warped him. It's amazing that he is still alive. Ascended! Ascended. He puts his hood back on. That is the word Swanwick gave us, so we accepted it. We brought Swanwick something. Then we were sent here, to this ruin, to do a thing. The few ascended who didn't die in the Warrens. We did an experiment. And what was this experiment? I don't know. It was the last thing I don't remember. When it was done, there was a new creation here. But it was wrong. Twisted. Rogue and dangerous. A devourer too ascended and the others fled. They fled and the danger remains. It sounds like you were shaping. Cecina shakes his head. Impossible. Even ascended, I am a servile still. Serviles can never shape. Not ever. It would kill us. Why did you stay? I wanted the solitude. I wanted to do my work in peace. I was tired of travel. Also, someone had to keep the horror locked in. If it wasn't guarded, it could flee. Where did the others go? I know the answer to that. I can send you to them. First, I need help, Shaper. I must be bold and demand it. I need help correcting our mistakes. That is my tale. Thank you for listening. Is there anything I can do to help you? There is. I have a mission. That is much of why I stayed here. I could repair your body. Cecina shudders. No, we did learn things while we made all our mistakes. Survivals are not meant to be shaped. I'm afraid I will be left worse off. I must stay like this. It is my punishment. I can help with your mission. I am glad, Shaper. It is a rogue. The rogue must be dealt with. I know that this is what Shapers do. I'd like to know more about this room. Ascended Cecina wanders from experiment to experiment, lost in thought. Sometimes he mutters to himself. There is a strange, sour smell in the air. Sometimes when he gets close to you, your hair stands on end. I'd like to know more about this ruin. It was used by Shapers before the island was abandoned. They did experiments here, and they showed off their work. This is where dangerous experiments were, far from their towns. That is why we chose the place to do so, whatever we did. There were no survivals, just a few rogues. What did you do with the rogues that were here? Very little. When we ascended, we were changed. The rogues sensed it. They left us alone. Only the rogue we made wanted to devour us. What work do you do here? We make materials, herbal mixtures, polished crystals, things the alchemist survivals in the towns use for their work. They send visitors to us to trade. You get visitors? Yes, they are infrequent, but the learned of Sucia Island know of Ascended Cecina. Elra protects us in return for my help. Even the mad takers of Kazg trade with me. And we have had other visitors, too. The Shalai have come to Sucia Island, and a few of them come to me. Like Eula. She is one of their traders. She is greedy for the toys of the Shapers. Where can I find Eula? Cecina's eyelid twitches. His mouth twists into a grin. I can direct you to where she is. I think you could get a lot from each other. I will need your help first, though. Where are the other Ascended? I want to tell you, but I am sorry, Shaper. First, you need to help me. Let's talk more about the danger here. I'm happy to. Happy and ashamed. I don't know how we brought the cockatrice into existence. I know it is real. It is full of energy, utterly rogue. Pure chaos. It is happy to hide now, but it will not stay quiet forever. It needs to be destroyed. You ascended, shaped it. Survivals can never shape anything. It is impossible. We all know that. Swan gave us instructions and we carried them out. Then the cockatrice was there. We fought to tame it, and then to bottle it in. Several Ascended died, but it is in his cave for now. What is a cockatrice? A mixture of creatures, bird and reptile, and I don't know what else. It was designed to be full of magical energy. Too much. It is wild and mad. But where did it come from? Who made the design? Why? I have no idea. Where is the cockatrice? It is trapped in the cave to the north. There are rogues bottling it in. They attack anything that gets close, including the cockatrice. If you would hunt it, there is something you need to know. What do I need to know? Its gaze has strange powers. Part of the thing's magic is that it takes the minds of its prey. They stand still, happy and content as they are devoured. It may have controlled some of the rogues that guard it. Maybe those rogues can be freed. Okay. So let's go up here then. Beware failed experiment. When you enter this tunnel, you smell sulfur and rot. Your shaper senses detect powerful and disordered thoughts. The floor is scorched and gnawed bones are everywhere. Powerful rogues lurk down here. Dagnabbit. Alright, let's go ahead and bring back my Cryoa. I still don't know why oh, dagnabbit. Dang, this is... did I already talk to him, or... Okay, cool. Let me try something else here. Let's go back to Fyroa for a moment. Okay, I only have 10 essence left, but that should be fine. How did I miss them both? Surprised I met no enemies run like immediately. Since they're right there. Enough of the dang poison. Get out of here with that. Shockwave. Ooh, let's try that. In this cave, you can see the source of the dark thoughts you detected. It is clearly a creation. However, it is of a design never seen outside Sucia Island. It's a bird variant, that much is clear. However, it stands as tall as you, with rainbow-colored feathers and parts that are clearly of lizard origin. It is curled up in a magic circle. Its eyes are open, revealing a pair of mad, glowing orbs. You can sense its power from here. More energy has been pumped into it than any creation should bear, and the result is utterly unstable. What level is this? Oh, level 9, but it has a lot of health. Okay. Do that again, then. The cockatrice lets out a shrill cry. It echoes through the tunnels. Oh boy. It's a tough creation. Armed Alpha. Okay. This. Okay, let's do this. The cockatrice is an unstable, experimental creation. Your blows have disturbed it, and the intense magic stored within begins to leak out. Its rainbow feathers glow hypnotically. What the heck? It dazed both my creations easily, okay. The magic of the cockatrice can no longer support its ravaged body. It collapses to the ground, and the essence inside its body begins to consume it. The cave is soon full of greasy smoke and bits of bird ash. Only one thing remains of the creature, a single rainbow feather. It still glows slightly, infused with the power of the beast. You take it. I would just have to deal with these things. Thank goodness I didn't take any more damage from that. That made me so nervous. Perfect. Dante's Guile surrounds you with an invisible cloud of luck. If this is in your pack when you try to use machinery, the task will be slightly easier. Ooh, we'll definitely hang on to that then. Steel shield. You find an old Shaper workshop. Machinery and chemicals for powerful and dangerous works of magic were created here. It is still surprisingly intact. Survivors have claimed it, restored it, and put it back to work. You see in varying stages of completion the materials for ambitious works of magic. Whatever these survivors are trying to do, they want it to be impressive. I killed your mad creation. You tell Ascendus of the battle with the cockatrice. He collapses into a chair. At last, this curse, it is lifted. He starts to cry. The tears steam and hiss as they run down his face. You're the one who came to save us. This act, it is only the beginning. We failed to do the great work before. Now, at last, it can be complete. I can reward you. What is my reward? Knowledge, treasure, and knowledge. Is there anything I can do to help you? You've done enough, Shaper. Now I can have a little peace. Where are the other Ascended? I want to tell you, but I am sorry, Shaper. First, you need to help me. I did help you. Oh, yes. Sorry, I forgot. Things slip away. The other Ascended are to the north, at the south end of the Great Desert. Show them the feather you found. They will understand. What knowledge can you give me? When we looted the research warrens, we looted some artifacts. We have no use for them, but you are a Shaper. You can master them. Talk to Vallyra. She can give them to you. But that is a distraction. The real reward is that you can talk to the other Ascended now. They need your help, and there is much they can do for you. How do I talk to them? They are hiding in the desert to the north, but at the south end. They are secretive. They attack those who get close. But show them that feather. They will know what it means. They will talk to you. Good luck. Okay. Sounds good. This room is a workshop. There are tools and supplies for working with just about everything from metal to wood to cloth. The master of the workshop is an old servile. He approaches and kneels to you. Word travels fast on Sucia Island, Shaper. I am ready for your coming. I am Mixer Vallyra at your service. A mixer? You are an alchemist? Of sorts. I make things, mixtures and reagents, yes, but also other sorts of materials. Sucia Island has many learned servile artisans and we work together. I came here from Pinto when I was young. Are you Inudo? Though she is in awe of you, she can't hide that this question insults her deeply. I am Inudo, but for most of us, it is a private shame. I will not talk about it. Why did you leave your home? Vallyra sighs. When I was young, I did not fit in. They let me know it. Never let me forget. So now I am here, working for their benefit. Mixer Vallyra stays close by your side, answering any questions you have. When you try to touch her tools and supplies, she gently steers you away from them. I would like to buy a pod. I am sorry, Shaper. I do not make finished work for trade. I don't think I make anything a warrior wants. What sort of things do you make? I make components and supplies and herb mixtures for trade. The others rework them. The Survials, the Ascended, now the Shalai. All of them want my ingredients. Who do you trade with? Survials, of course. After the Shalai arrived, they soon found me. And, of course, the Ascended. They do much, and they need much help. Tell me about the Shalai. They arrived recently. They are not Shaper, but common. They are polite, but they don't speak my tongue. We trade with wordless barter. That is all I know. I would like to know more about the Ascended. Ah, they are private. They have great pain and secrets. Ascended Cecina is in the building to the east. I know he will want to see you. I killed a cockatrice for Cecina. I know. The caves feel different now. The power of that beast was everywhere. It was oppressive. The Ascended told me that I should reward you if you help him. What is this reward? There are 3 Shaper artifacts. The Ascended looted them from the research forums. We can't use them, but you are a Shaper. Perhaps you can. Where is this reward? They are behind the doors upstairs. If Cena wills you to be able to open them, you can. 2 of the artifacts are not charged, but if they were, they could be very useful. The artifacts can be charged. The Ascended did learn about the items when they stole them. The Shapers made them as frameworks meant to be infused with power. The pools where they can be charged were built in remote locations on Sucia Island. If they are still intact and you can find them, you can use them. Why were the pools made in remote locations? I imagine because these artifacts were experiments, and the Shapers were afraid of massive explosions. How exactly do I use the pools? The pools pour their energy into anything that comes into contact with their mighty goop. Dipping the artifacts into the pools should get the job done. Okay. This was an old shaping hall where unusual and experimental creations could be made, sometimes safely. The hall has a resident, a drake. These creations are very rare. They are very intelligent and independent and thus have a good chance of going rogue. This one certainly has no interest in obeying you. She gives you a toothy grin. Ah, I am Godiva. I have not seen a Shaper for 100 years. I do not meet many drakes. And I do not meet many Shapers. Not since your kind left long ago. Are there drakes back in Terrestria? Is my kind still made? Drakes are only rarely made. You can't read her expression. It was already that way when you left. We were difficult to make, difficult to control. We listened while you decided we would not exist anymore. How did you come to be here? How? You made me. You made a young drake. Then you Shapers left. You were going to absorb me, but I fled. I was not worth hunting down, so I was left to grow. Alone, independent, special. So you are a rogue. Pah, your word. You made me. You left me. You make my mere existing a crime. Her words are quiet and calm, but you can see the rage in her eyes. What happened to the other creations that were here? The Shapers thought that they would return soon. They left the Survials. They let the simpler creations alone to die of old age. Some creations escaped. The rest were absorbed. Destroyed. By you. You're a special rogue. Yes, made this way with no choice. I could only ever be a rogue. I had no choice. Where's the justice in that? There is another such rogue here. Ascended Cecina wisely wanted it destroyed, and you helped. How did you come to be? Oh, okay. I already went through that. What do you do here now? I protect the creations here. They are younger than me, and this is a dangerous island. I look after them. I have power and wisdom. Why do you protect them? I choose to. They are good, and they should be protected. Do you not think that rogues can choose to be moral? Tell me about Cecina. Warped, twisted, and sad. He searched for power he should not have. And he will end his days here. Hopefully he will know peace. He has earned it. He has a way of getting others to want to protect him. Helix Bracer. The strange artifact can be infused with energy at certain places, not yet been charged. Spicy Slap Glove also needs to be charged first. Enables you to create a cockatrice. Each extra point of the skill increases the level of these creations and gives you a chance to actually control them. You feel the new knowledge that has appeared within you. You now have an ability to shape a cockatrice. Sort of, you think. This feeling is different from the other canisters. Your knowledge is incomplete. You can make a cockatrice, a powerful, highly magical creation. However, until you learn more about how to make them, the result will be dangerously unstable. Cockatrices are powerful, magically charged, and highly unstable. They unleash unpredictable waves of power. If your skill making them is low, they will often go rogue. Ooh, dang. Very poor control level then. Petrifying Touch, Chaotic Rainbow, Regrowth, Matting Aura, Searing Radiance. So yeah, we're going to avoid making that. That way you can have more control. But at least we have the knowledge to create a cockatrice. Right, so in the meantime, why don't we... First, we'll head back to Valkyrie just for a quick boost. Quick rest. And we'll go back to the stone circle here just for some cleanup. And then I also want to show you all where one of the pools is. Required to charge those items. This is an ancient stone circle. It must have been erected by whoever lived on this island before the Shapers did. It certainly predates your kind. It's a remarkable structure. It's a pity this island is barred. If it wasn't, Lucia Island might have a solid tourist trade. When you get near the central stone, you start to feel ill. Not enough to be in danger, just enough to feel uncomfortable. There is a lot of unfamiliar ambient magic on Lucia Island. Most of it is the results of spells cast many years ago by mages long dead. You can't understand or affect it. You can only try to keep from being hurt by it. You back away. Wait, do I already have the key? I don't even remember. Oh no, I don't. It's gonna be over here. Your keen senses detect something off in the air around the pylon. You look closer. There is a small crack running up the side of the pylon. There is a concealed compartment inside. With a little bit of effort, you pry open the compartment. Inside, you find a short baton carved of bone and lacquered. It is small and light. You take it. Okay, so at this point we should be able to go all around and defeat all the... Feel a deep, icy chill. You feel like you are being watched. The chill fades and something has changed. But yeah, I have no problem clearing out this area completely before I move on here. Alright, this is the one that was causing me an annoyance earlier. Care about your stun. Get out of here with that. Terror one? I don't care for that. Okay, I'm also getting close to leveling up here. Oh, what the heck was that? Split off into even more sages, huh? Or more specters. I'm not trying to attack my own Fiora. Drop some boots. Spectre boots. Ooh, that's better than the ones we have. Are really none of these pylons useful? Hey, look at that. Okay, well, at least we got something out of it. Okay, so... let me show you all where one of the pools is, anyway. And then off-screen, I'll look up where the other one is supposed to be. Gonna be... right back where we fought the Vlish earlier. We should be strong enough to take this on at this point. Okay, I think I already read that earlier, so I'm not going to read that again. Just inside this warren, you find scorched stone and piles of bones. A wave of raw power hits you in the face. Wisps of essence float in the air. The lich down here are far more powerful than the ones above. You can't help but wonder what they are guarding. Dang, those vulnerable attacks. Let's just finish them off. Ooh, nice, I leveled up too. Alright, let's train real quick. Okay, let's get blessing magic up. Because I do want the ability to use mass energize. Get magic shaping up. And we'll save our other 2 skill points for the next level up. Yep, still very poor, so... You find a pool of swirling red essence. The air around it is hot and steamy. The essence smell is so strong it makes you faint. The goo has a warm glow that lights up the chamber. It is charged with energy. You have learned that certain artifacts can be charged with emergent into this fluid. Alright, let's dip the Helix Bracer first. Bracer. You grab a nearby pair of tongs and delicately dip the bracer into the slime. There is a flash of light. Energy flows into the metal bands. They glow white hot, and then the pool's energy is discharged. The essence isn't there glowing anymore. The bracer, on the other hand, is emitting a faint, very faint nimbus of light. Oh, this is good. Good to boost to... Man, I hate sacrificing the battle mental magic, but... Well, first let's see, yeah, I can still use all these just fine, so... That's not too much of a penalty, thankfully. So yeah, I'm fine where I'm at, because I do want the intellect. Alright, and where would the other pool be real quick? I'm gonna search for it real quick. I was gonna do this off screen, but I'll just see if I can. Okay, apparently one is an area I haven't accessed yet, so we'll do that when the time comes. So with that in mind, that is where one of the pools is anyway. So with that in mind, let's go ahead, head out of here. We go back to creating a Cryoa. Ah, dang it. I can still only have one. Yeah, let's go ahead in the meantime explore Holding Tool 2. So with that in mind, I'm going to save the game right here, and I'll see you all in the next part.